It's a brand new week. Can you believe it? Not the anglerfish. Quezza. Stop it. Sanguinary strawman, Drew, Vidane. Vidane. I always say Vidane. Why did I say Vidane today? I'm so quirky. Wow, what a crazy day. Welcome on in, Quezza. Tiny, good evening. Hi, Bega. Hello, hello. I am no way affiliated with this streamer. Hold on. Pixel is probably. I just left. There's another dog barking. Hello, false flagu. Welcome on in. Oh my god, I called you Drew Maker again, not Drum. I'm an idiot. I swear to God, it's like you can't change things that are like fully entrenched in my brain. Why didn't you correct me sooner? You've been Drew this whole time and now you're Drum and I'm just a fucking idiot. Hey Albatra. Hi Satos. Hi Kipple. Did I miss anyone? Yeah, worst streamer ever. I truly am. But you know what? I did do like a hell of a stream yesterday. And the more I think about it and the fact that I have no voice today, like I am struggling, I was like, you know what? I really committed. I did. Yesterday, I committed so hard to the bit that I didn't even create. And that's fun. And you know what? The world needs a little bit more of at the moment. A bit of fun, And here I am. I say that as I'm about to cover the news. What can I say? Okay, it's the yin and the yang of the Pixel Smixel stream. It's a little bit of this, it's a little bit of that, and I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. It's a little bit of crack. Anyway, I just felt like I did a really good job yesterday, and so I treated myself, and I took my friend, and now I can stop gatekeeping. I'm a poet, Vox. I'm the Sylvia Plath of our time. Yeah, many people are saying this. When they're like, am I looking for a poet on Twitch? Oh my God, that's Pixel. It will go down in history in the same way. I'm really hoping I don't end up with my, head in an oven. But, now, chat, I have some honesty. I have some honesty to be admitting here. So I did open another pack without you guys, and I did once again fuck up. So basically today, I also took my friend to get some packs because, she was having a rough day. So I took my friend to get some packs too. And what I didn't realize that the packs I would have been buying were on special. So the whole time, or at least how many did I buy myself? I think I bought 6 now. 6, 7. I bought 7 packs on my own. My sister bought me a few, obviously. But little did I even know, because I'm a dumb bitch, that I had bought them on special. And so when my friend found this out, it was obviously very exciting. Now, so I did open one of these packs without you. And this is the fucked up thing is, look what I pulled. Now, that might not mean anything to a lot of you, but it's the second best card. It's not like the best version of it, but it is a highly sought after planeswalker from the set. And I do not know how I'm getting so lucky, but I'm pretty sure it's because I've been having a pretty tumultuous time. And so who fucking knows? But this is the last of it. There will be no more. This is the last of it. This is it. There's no more. This is it. So, and why do you seem to do this off cam? Because I can't fucking help myself. I was like, I'll just open one. And the fact I managed to save 2 for content for you guys is a miracle in itself. Okay? You can tell by how many cards I have, how many packs I've opened, right? And it's the 2 best cards I've pulled have just been me sitting on my couch with my dog. No recording, no one around, just me pulling and doggy luck. So who knows if there's anything in these ones? Who knows? Who knows? But look, it's a little bit of dopamine and I'm willing to share it with you. All right. I'm willing to share it with you. Firstly though, I have a box. But my poggies won't be here until later. And I'm pretty sure my poggy sent this to me. But I also really want to open it now. Well, see, my biggest problem is I have no voice. Can you hear it? I have no voice. I wasn't intending on streaming very long tonight. Maybe we save the box till tomorrow. No, it's nicer to do it when the person is here. That's not nice. That's not nice. That's not nice. We wait. I don't like doing that. I have self-control. And on that note, how about we just crack one of these? Why don't we just set the tone, you know? Why don't we set a tone with a little serialized Mox Jasper or a dragon scale land or, you know what I mean? We set the tone. Or maybe we're bitterly disappointed. You know, this sounds unhinged, doesn't it? It sounds unwell. It sounds, please forgive us for our evil deeds last night. Look, when my voice is healed, I'll forgive you. Until then, I'm mad at you all. Okay? If you think I'm not mad at any of you, I'm mad at you all. You all participated. Okay? I had to tell my mum. My mum called me and she's like, did you have a nice stream? And I was like, yes. Yes, I did. So anyway, and then she had a giggle and she's like, it's pretty crazy, right? And I'm like, yes, Mum, it is pretty crazy. And honestly, out of everything, even though I'm mad at you and will be mad at you until my voice fixes, you guys are very nice to me and I do not know why. I don't think I deserve it, but who deserves anything? But I don't know. It just, I've been reflecting a lot because obviously Friday we're celebrating 8 years of doing whatever this is. And there are a lot of you who have been here for a decent chunk of it, right? And I was brainstorming what to do and stuff. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to give out chat awards. Not that many, but I am giving out chat awards. Okay? So there will be chat awards. There is going to be clips. Tasty is finding clips. But they will not be free. But, you know, Tasty is finding clips. There will be no pack openings because I can't afford any more. Lol. But there will be, the whiteboard will be back. The whiteboard will make a return. That will be fun. And also, do you know what I was thinking we could do? We could do a photo share. It doesn't have to be a selfie, but I was thinking we could do like another photo share stream for anybody who wants to participate, because I like those, and because I just feel like it really does humanize the whole community for the whole community. And I think it's one of the coolest things that we do. So, and obviously there will be singing and dancing. So obviously the stream is maximum 12 hours because I'm responsible. Okay. But yeah, that's Friday. I'll make a little graphic, maybe. I might be a real streamer and I'll make you a little graphic. I know, crazy. I'm so crazy. Oh, maybe I make Louis do it. Louis could make the funniest graphic. And by make Louis do it, I mean offer Louis money to do it. Do you know what I mean? You know, just a little, hey, editor-in-chief, I need a graphic. Singing and dancing, I know, crazy. When have you ever seen that on this channel before? Never. A little quid pro quo, correct. Anyway, speaking of quid pro quo, anyone? Can you please put a little respect on my name that I managed to not open this so that I could share the joy, all right? This is called redistribution of joy. And it's clearly part of the revolution. And potentially more reliable than the stock market. Probably not. I'm not doing a very good job of this. This is rough. Oh no. Oh, it's just not happening. Okay. You can see it. Ready?
House deposit, so
some respect for me in 2025. Stop it. A warrior token. Righto. Okay, now chat. The fancy cards, as we all know, are behind the token. So what do? We come in from behind. False. You can be whatever color you want to be. Oh, I've got the shakes. Yeah. Are you ready? Humbling elder. Ta-da. Oh, I do love a pretty land, though. Why do I always get so... Oh, that's so pretty. Look, that's where I want to live. Stop it. Focus. Look, guys, it's our castle. Even though it says dismal backwater, what you can see is the moat that you all dug for me. You know? Look. Anyway. Might even sleeve it. What are these cards for? Magic the Gathering. Honestly, it's an acceptable form of dopamine that I'm treating myself with for a hard day's work, all right? That's about it. Caustic exhale. Okay. Jekyll Devotee. Are you any good? I'm good at table politics. Does that count? Duty Beyond Death. That's the kind of commitment I want from most of you. Equilibrium Adept. It's like a fox that's dancing. Oh, it's a dog monk. Yeah, it was giving dog monk. Yeah, that makes sense. Enki, you're so right. You're so right. I'm so deep. It's so true. Okay, ready? Focus. I can't see you. Kishla Skimmer. Oh, that's kind of cute. That's insane. Whenever a card leaves your graveyard during your turn, draw a card. For 2 mana. In that, the card draw deck from the graveyard. Is Kishla Skimmer in the Jeskai deck? I assume so. That's crazy. Okay. Never mind. Dragons? This is a full-blown house deposit, so... This one is Digger Island Dragon. I guess thank you so much for the 31 months. Oh. A repeat. Except in foil. Okay. You better make up for that. You better be good from here on in. I swear to God. Okay. I have this mountain already. But still, they're very pretty. But it's not the eye. I really want the eye. All right. You ready? These are the good ones. Sinkhole Surveyor. Don't know. Don't know. Oh my God. It's the top of it. Look at the top. Okay. It's a mythic. I'm shaking. It's Elsha Threefold Master. 1/1 Trample Prowess. But it's a full art. That's really pretty. I don't have that. Focus. Not my face. Stop looking at my face. It's a legendary creature. But very cool and full art. That's cute. Okay. This one is Lysed Prowler, Snake Ranger. Ooh. When this creature enters, you may mill cards equal to the number of lands you control. Okay. I think I have this one. Tygan, Master Opportunist, Mythic. Cute. Last one, chat. Oh my God, it's in Japanese. What? Guys, it's in Japanese. What? What? Why is it in Japanese? Oh my god. What the? Oh my god, it's foil and it's in Japanese and I don't know what is this? Focus. What? Guys, my luck that's insane. What the? I'll get the thing. That's what the? What? What? You guys, I can't read Japanese. Is the foiling different? No, it's not dragon scale, I don't think. I don't know. Not the hype train, okay. What does it mean? Hold on. It's only 20 bucks. Still, 20 bucks is 20 bucks, but in Japanese? That's crazy. All right, let me just I might as well put the rest of these in while we're here. I can't believe I have a Japanese card without ever having bought Magic cards in Japan. Do you know what I mean? That's crazy. Oh no, it's upside down. Oh well. No, I think they were mostly just rares, to be honest. Oh, I didn't get a sleeve. But, that's a sick looking card, though. Oh no, that was triple mythic. It was a triple mythic pack, you guys. Indeed. Yep. Crazy. The border is this one. Oh. No, sorry. I'm shaking. And it's foil. What in the Japanese though? What is my luck? This is crazy. That's crazy. Like, that's... Wow. Hold on, I'll just get a sleeve. You did not That's my dream. Okay. Oh, I so badly wanted that, but that's okay. Yeah, that's so cool. I mean, my luck has been crazy. Like, this doesn't even have most of them, but like that is some luck. Oh, okay. It's Japanese a third of the time? What? There's only one more. But what we will do is we will practice some self-restraint. We will. We'll practice some self-restraint. How was everybody else's day? I booked everything I have to book for my moves. I ordered boxes. I'm on to it. I've got to start organizing stuff. I have piles at the moment. So when is the move? It's not for a couple of weeks. So I do have some time to get my ducks in a row. But yeah, so I'll just start putting stuff in boxes and going from there. You're doing all right for a Monday? Monday. Yeah, I get that. And a break. No. That was yesterday. I couldn't do it today. You guys sapped my energy. There's a horny song ban in place for a week. I've done them all. They've all been done. And I am deserving of peace. All right? This Monday, I'm deserving of peace. The VOD's on YouTube for anybody. Okay? The pony was ridden. Okay? It was done. Every single dirty song on the list was requested, it felt like. So, I'ma say no. No. I need a rest. I need a little rest. Okay? I need just a little rest. Okay? That's all. Does anybody have Easter plans? Anybody gonna be like being a bunny or anything? Are you gonna eat lots of chocolate? You're going camping? That sounds so nice. Your streams my Easter plans. I know. That's right. It is no coincidence, chat, that my 8-year anniversary is on Good Friday. Okay? Yeah? Oh my God. Maybe I could have fish and chips. Maybe I could have fish and chips. That's something to look forward to, perhaps. Hey, Twitch is not. Oh my God. Lol, what a username. Penalty rates. We love penalty rates. You'll be preparing for possible martial law. How do you prepare for martial law? When did the tooth fairy get that rich? And does she accept adult teeth? I could give a couple of my back ones for $20 a pop. What the fuck? The tooth fairy, when I was growing up, gave me $1. Did the tooth fairy just not like me? When I was growing up, I literally got a gold coin. The tooth fairy's grandma got carried away. I see. Tooth fairy did not get hit by tariffs. No, the tooth economy seems to be well and truly functioning. I'm about to pay the tooth fairy $4K to fix one of my back teeth. No, you need a root canal. You need a root canal? Ooh. Oh, no. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I had a filling recently and I was ecstatic when my health insurance covered $200 of it and it still cost me $200. The dentist, it just, no matter how much I think about it, is such a scam, right? And you have to look after your teeth so fucking well. But sometimes you also just genetically have bad teeth. Like, what are you gonna fucking do? Dentists just feel like the most unregulated, scammy profession. I hate them. You know my history with dentists. I don't trust any of them. I think they're all scumbags. If you're my dentist and watching this, except for you, you're my current favorite. Please don't do anything bad to my teeth. Guys, brushing my teeth was one of the first things I learned in therapy. I'm not even kidding. I'm sure I've told this story before. But even if you're super depressed, you should fight to brush your teeth. But I do know the feeling that it's just too hard. I truly do. But you really should, because a little bit of short-term pain saves you the long-term pain. That being said, you can still you end up having to get a fucking root canal or end up like me and spend 5 years drugged off your brain in horrific pain, not knowing what to do with yourself. So, you know what I mean? But not that was from me not brushing my teeth, but the lady, my first therapist, one of the first things I learned about trying not to spiral and like one of those first little grounding exercises was to clean your teeth and make it a grounding exercise, which is like where you think about how it tastes and what it smells like and what it feels like and what it sounds like and all of that. And you just kind of run yourself through the whole experience of what it is to brush your teeth. Now it's kind of second nature, but that really helped me. Listerine doesn't cut it, Will. In fact, some people think mouthwash is even worse for you. I think managing to brush once a day is better than nothing. But I think the hardest thing is flossing. It is the hardest thing for me to do. I probably do it twice a week. I'm going to be really honest with you because like most people are like flossing every day, apparently. I don't. I probably floss twice a week and it's not enough and I still get yelled at the dentist, but I just tell myself it's better than not flossing at all. So, yeah. Yeah, you got to brush the whole tooth and you got to not brush too hard, right? If you brush too hard, that's bad for you. When I was a depressed teenager, I wouldn't even brush my teeth. Now I'm grown up and brush my teeth religiously. Still depressed though. You know what? That's still progress. When I was a depressed teenager, I wouldn't get out of bed for weeks at a time. So I get it. I think, CO, it depends on your teeth. You know, everybody has different teeth. Mine are pretty tightly packed, so flossing is pretty important. You know, I think a lot of those things that we neglect about ourselves from self-loathing are part of the problem. Like there's so much stuff that you can do to improve your life that you don't know you're so right now I'm not going to the gym enough. It's not a habit I've been able to make stick. And I have to get it to stick because I know that with a better functioning body, I will have a better future. That's just the reality. And yet for some reason, I cannot for the life of me get the habit to stick. I can walk my dog every day. But that's only walking. It's not enough. I need to do weights. And it just hasn't stuck. And it's just because I got back from overseas. Like I got pneumonia. Then I got back from overseas. And then I was stressed. And then I found out I had to move. And I need to go back. And why can't I go back now? Like surely I should just be able to walk in tomorrow and do it. But for some reason, there's now like a mental block. And I don't know. Maybe it's the shame or the disappointment in myself for not sticking to it the first time and I should just get over that. The anticipation of moving is overwhelming for sure, but I think the hardest thing, especially with ADHD, is that you can't, on your own, you need somebody to kind of help monitor you. And then it's just, with ADHD, it's harder to get the routines in. But if you have someone helping you, it's easier. It's why kids that have ADHD who get early intervention strategies and stuff like that, you know, it's neverly as mentally easy as it would be if you were just neurotypical. But the coping these things can be taught, they can be learned, but it is a very hard thing to do on your own with no help, if that makes sense. Like Kevbo, I know for a fact you have completed many tasks. Yeah, I mean, having backup plans is part of the strategy, I suppose. Well, that's the tricky thing, isn't it? Nobody can really do anything for you. The whole no one is coming to save you thing is very true. You either get up and you fucking live your life to the best of your ability, or you don't. Because the reality is, for some people, they get saved. True. Sometimes you get chosen. But for most people, that is not the case. No one is coming to save you. You have to do that shit yourself. And it's funny, though, because once you start doing the shit for yourself, all these people pop up out of, I don't know, it's like, I don't know, I don't even have a theory. Living is crazy. A good support network is the best thing that can possibly happen. Pixel, why are you coughing, baby? Your tail's up, so you're all right. Why are you coughing? You haven't coughed all day. You know what? Maybe when we move house, that will be good. You're a good girl. Yes, you are. You are such a good girl. Do you need to go outside? Do you need to do wee-wees? I'm just going to make sure she doesn't need to do wees. She didn't want to. Look, Kevbo, it's not the reward of finishing something. I bribe myself. Once you do this, you can have this. Once you do this, you can have this. Once you do this, you can take a nap. Once you do this, you can have some scrolling time on your phone. I am all about the self-bribe, okay? I don't know if it's healthy, but that's the way it works. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what people mean by, a cure for autism. Chat, the brains of humans are just so interesting. And yes, across a lot of people, there are some similarities, and across a lot of other people, there are similarities, and there are different spectrums that exist. But like brains being unique is what makes them cool, you know? But sometimes it's just, yeah, there are different levels of there, and there are some broken brains. That's just the reality. Like, yeah, it's not, you can't say that there aren't. I'm not saying it's easy to live in society, Fox, at all. Um, no. I would never say I've found it. Like, historically, I haven't found it easy. But again, I'm privileged. My brain has worked most of my life. Sure, social anxiety, yep. Um, uh, that look, I've had my own set of challenges, but the reality is I don't know. I think when I look back as I'm older, I will just be really proud of the changes. Like, I still find it pretty difficult to go up and talk to someone, and I still put my foot in my mouth sometimes, you know. Hey, Blong. Yeah, it'll probably be vaccines again, casual links, and we'll bring back tuberculosis. Yeah. So sexy. We love that. Strawman, I just think I got put into situations where I could learn normie mode, but I wouldn't say it's complete normie mode. But I would say that I have an easier time than some now. But honestly, you know what's fucked? I think some of it came from drinking a lot of alcohol. I don't think that's a particularly good thing to say. I don't drink very much now, though. Look, I'm having a bubbly water. I'm not encouraging drinking alcohol, by the way. I think that there's a portion of my life out there where I was like, ooh, this is like a social lubricant. Like, I just lost a bit of my fear, maybe. I got completely burnt out from work, diagnosed a few years ago now, but at least I got a pension. I'm glad you have a pension. At least you didn't go the crystal meth route. True, I've never done meth. Well, actually, technically, I have done um, an ADHD drug, which is like meth light. So, yeah. And honestly, it felt like coffee on steroids. That's just kind of what it felt like to me. I just think, chat, there's a lot of ways to live a good life. And the way I live my life is not going to be how other people want to live their lives, you know? It's different for everyone. But I think there are some universal truths that if you try, you will always, I don't think you'll ever regret trying. You know, doing things properly. I don't think you ever really regret that. I don't ever think you really regret taking care of yourself to the best of your ability. I think that's the hardest one, right? Because I don't think you ever regret taking care of yourself. But it can be very difficult to get over the self-loathing that makes you be like, well, fuck it. This is as good as it's going to get anyway, so why fucking try, right? I think there's a barrier there that's particularly difficult to get over when you're trying to look after yourself or do something nice for yourself. Like you feel like you don't deserve it, so why bother? So I think if I was prescribing a universal truth, I'd be like, I don't think you regret taking care of yourself. Yeah, it's very easy to slip in, oh, it's all going to be shit anyway, so what's the point? The point is the point. Do you know what I mean? There is no point except the point. You know? There is only do or not do. To be or not to be. That is the question. Do you like my acting? I used to listen to this girl's live stream on Twitch and I told her politely I had issues with her and then she got her DJ friends to block me on Twitch for no reason and they have upset me so much, especially when I was nice to them. Well, you weren't really nice to her though. Told her politely I had issues with her? Why is that any of your fucking business, bro? Like, what do you expect her to do? Sorry, like, what? I'm sorry that's upsetting. But you know, there are certain opinions that you can like keep to yourself. And one of those opinions is if you don't like someone's live stream. Say, for example, you don't like me, which you probably won't after this interaction. You can make the choice to just leave. Do you know what I mean? Like, not everyone really needs or cares about your opinion on everything, especially if it's like something you don't like about them. No, you don't, Dundagunda. You're stuck here now. You have a sub badge. Sorry. I don't even care if it was gifted. You're in. There's no leaving once you're in. Idiots. Guys. But he was a nice guy. You're not a nice guy. There's no polite way to be like, you have issues with the live stream. Leave. It's a live stream. Look, if somebody like Vox or one of the mods or another fixture in the chat was like, yo, I've got this problem, then I might listen because they've been here for a while. Maybe, you know, there are things in this community I've had to fix over time. There is conflict that has happened that I've had to fix over time. There have been second chances given to many people in this chat for bad interactions. But that is because that is me trying to live my values and create the community that I want around me, right? But like, that is all very contextual. Hi, Dore Miko. Anybody else who is joining us this evening? Hello. Welcome. Paul Shack, men can prolapse out their butthole too, though, yeah? Oh wait, you were meant to say hernia. Yeah, you guys educated me on hernias. I didn't know what they were. I still don't really know how hernias happen or what they look like or what they are. I truly do not know. But I have been informed by you guys about hernias and I didn't know. Oh, I don't need to watch a video though. Thank you, Brian. Do we know what causes them? Because they kind of just happen randomly, right? It's more common in men. Right. I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised I didn't get a hernia from when I had pneumonia and I was vomiting. Like being very real with you all, because when I had pneumonia and I'd swallowed so much phlegm that I felt sick, so sick, and I was vomiting. Imagine vomiting while you can't breathe and then it just being so painful, but then just not being, it was so traumatic. And then my mum got her flu shot today, right? If you're an Australian, consider a flu shot, but I don't think I can have one because I got sick in December and it's only been 4 months. So I have to brave the winter unvaccinated. No, I know I won't get autism from it. I would get a flu shot if I could, but I don't think you're supposed to. No, I did the research because you know how you're not supposed to, if you've had it, you're not supposed to get it within 6 months, I'm pretty sure. Google, can I get a flu shot? Australia. People with allergies. The egg-based influenza vaccines only contain minute traces of egg protein. But if you have an egg allergy, you can safely have an influenza vaccine. New season influenza vaccines under the NIP are expected to be available from April, but timing may be different. Peak flu season is June to September. Influenza vaccines can be given on the same day as a COVID-19 vaccine. There's no set time to wait between having a COVID-19 infection and then having the influenza vaccine. Maybe I can get it. Can I get a flu vaccine if I had the flu? Yes, you can still get the flu vaccine even if you've had the flu. Bitch, I am booking that right now. My doctor must think I'm crazy. Like crazy. But I am going to book it right now. I'm sorry, I'm traumatized from December. I'm getting fucking vaccinated. Oh, my doctor isn't available. Oh, I'll just have to go to a random one. You know what? I might just walk into a clinic tomorrow and get it. My doctor has no appointments. Sigh. That's fine. I imagine doctors see much worse. Guys, I've had bloods done 4 times this year and it's April. And it's because I believe in bloodletting, okay? It's not. It's not. That's a joke. It's a joke. Okay, it's a joke. I'm very funny. Okay. Happy Monday. I don't just do it for fun. If I was doing it for fun, I would donate blood. Okay? I'd be off donating blood. You should donate blood. You should. It's good for you. Okay? So, yeah. You don't DIY with leeches? I don't know where to go to find leeches. I'm leechless. I don't know where they are. Pigs must be tired because she's in a chipper mood. Look, I'm not. Yeah. Look, I'm going to be real. Forlorn. I feel like the luckiest girl on the planet today. I don't know why you did, but yesterday was really fun. You guys pay me a lot of money to be stupid for a day, and I don't know, I really needed that, and I just feel so lucky, and I don't know what I did to... Do you know what I mean? It's just really lucky. Do you know, I feel really lucky. And then on top of that, I've pulled basically all the good cards out of this Tarkir Dragonstorm set. Like, for real, I truly have. I've gotten so lucky. And so even though I have had a stressful time being kicked out of my place and having to find a new one, you know, everything changes. And life is a ride, and it is a constant ride. And sometimes when things are shit, you just have to remember that sometimes things will be shit, and then you'll pull a really sexy card out of a collector booster, and everything will be good with the world. Okay? But also, I'm not doing a long stream tonight because I barely have a voice. I don't know if you can hear if it's crackly, but it is. And I've got to make sure that I'm good to go for Friday because we're celebrating 8 years. As I said at the beginning of the stream, we're celebrating 8 years, maximum 12 hours, but I am handing out chat awards. okay? I am. I'm handing out chat awards. Obviously, not everybody will get chat awards. I'm thinking of like memes I know about people, and if you don't get picked, I don't know what you want from me. I'm doing the best I can. But there will be like, I think I'll try and do like 10 or something, okay? And we're doing clips. Tasty is finding clips. And then I was thinking we'll do a community photo thing. It doesn't have to be a selfie. You can just share a photo in the selfie channel, because I just think that brings us all together and it's really nice. And what else? Obviously, there will be singing and dancing, and my sick personality. I don't know what order. It'll be, I don't know what order, but I'll bring out the whiteboard. And, I might even put a scary game goal in there because you all hate me. Anyway, I think it'll be a really fun night. I am going to visit my mum on Wednesday. Did you get a new PC? No. I can't buy a new PC until the new financial year, but then I was ready to buy a new PC, but then it costs money to move. If I hadn't had to move, I would have bought a new PC the minute it flipped over to July. But because I have to move and my rent is going up, moving is expensive. So, you were ready to buy a new PC 3 years ago? No, but I truly wasn't. I mean, I'm ready to buy a PC. I'm not financially ready. I think I'm going to I'm not going to do anything super special. I'm just going to do, I was thinking, I was thinking I might just do something like either like this case that everybody has seen. The problem is the graphics card, a lot of it, but hold on. Like this case, it's pretty standard. I was thinking something like that. But I also don't mind this one. Like I really like this kind of rustic look, you know? You don't need a new case if we're saving money. I'm gonna have to get it built. Like the reality is this is my job, so I don't know. I just think it's really cool. In this tariff war, I don't know. Maybe I can get one of the Americans to buy the parts and ship them over or something. Yeah, so that's the other thing, guys. So you know how like a lot of people will say if you run a business, you're supposed to buy things before the end of the financial year, so you can like claim it or whatever. That doesn't work for me. So you've got to buy it at the start of the financial year ideally. So I'm either ready, but by July, because then what happens is the asset depreciates over the year, and you want to be able to claim as many days of the year as you can. That's the way it works for the way my business runs. It's not like an instant write-off, which, you know, a lot of businesses that are bigger than me, even streamers that are bigger than me, work like that, right? Because they run their businesses as a company. So what they do is they have these things that are instant write-offs. I don't have that. And speaking to my accountant, I don't make I don't make enough money to justify running it that way. So the smartest way to do it is to do that. So it's the worst time to buy PC parts or really anything thanks to the trade war. I'm just lucky Google gave $100. Do you need an upgrade? I have a 1080. It's not even a 1080 Ti. And the reason I need an upgrade, truly, is because most people in chat want me to play more games than I do. I sit here and I make pretty good content, but I think most people in here would love a night a week of gaming. I mean, my 1080, this PC, I've had it for basically the whole time I've streamed. Like, guys, this is coming up. I think this PC is coming up on like 7 years in use. Yeah. Okay. I do, I do okay. Your PC just got long service leave. It did. It did. But look, I'm not super, like, I don't overconsume. Except when it comes to fucking collector boosters. So it's so embarrassing. Look, they're recyclable if you think about it hard enough. Oh, aren't we all on borrowed time, Tasty? Open it. Should I? Or should we wait a little longer? Like, what if the truth is, it's obviously got a serialized Mox Jasper in it and a dragon scale foil land. Like, you just know it, right? My luck has been too good with these packs for this pack to be bad. You know? I've just been too lucky. I'm on a roll. The roll will no doubt continue. Chad, I've been looking at the news. Basically, it's the same shit. Greenland Freedom City, rich donors push Trump. Yep. Straight out of Joe's video, if you've watched it. It's called Dark Gothic Marga. It's got millions of views on YouTube. She basically predicted the whole thing and gives very good insight into what tech billionaires want Greenland for, right? So that, oh, did you guys see today in some Texas fucking Senate thing, this guy was like, there's man and there's woman and it's XX and XY. And then the lady was like, but this really harms intersex people. And he's like, yeah, intersex people, I don't even know what that means. And she's like, well, you want to make a law on this and you don't even know what that means? And he's like, well, they still have XX or XY. And then the funniest thing is this little lady puts her arm on his shoulder just like that. And she's like, Adam, that's actually not true. And you hear it come through the microphone, and it's so funny and so sad at the same time. But so funny. I wonder if I could find the clip. I didn't save it because I was like, yeah, Texas Senate gender something, maybe if you try. We also found out Lululemon, the brand that sells leggings for hundreds of dollars, costs $6 to make. Thanks, China. Honestly, TikTok going full Chinese manufacturing content is crazy. They're like, yeah, Under Armour, we do that. You know, we do that. Lululemon, yeah, we do that. It's pretty crazy. Like, I don't know, they're just lifting the lid. Like, actually, no, we've been manufacturing all of this stuff for ages. And tariff war, yeah, bitch, we know how to do a tariff war. I personally wouldn't want to get into a tariff war with China. I just really fucking wouldn't. Seems kind of stupid, in my personal opinion. But hey, I'm not the technical leader of the free world. I am the leader of my own little free world, which you're all invited to. But I'm also just a dumb girl on the internet, you know? Maybe there's something bigger than I understand. Probably not, though, because I'm very smart. Um, in crazy news, guys. In crazy news, which no one could have predicted, if you know what I'm saying, is that even with universal basic income, a lot of people still choose to work full time. How crazy is that? Hold on, I'll play this video.
So when you're born and you have a set of chromosomes.
So are you speaking about biological sex, or are you speaking about gender? Because one is scientific, one is a social construct. Because I have a follow-up question.
Yeah, they're one and the same, ma'am.
That's not true. But moving on. Okay, so in the same vein, what about intersex individuals?
I don't even know what that means, ma'am.
You are not sure what intersex people are, if they exist or not, but you want to defund a program about something that you don't quite understand. I'm trying. That's why I'm seeking clarification. And again, you haven't yet answered my question about where do intersex people fall into that equation?
Yeah, those intersex individuals are still XX or XY, so you can't change that.
Dopamine. That's actually not true. Men. Sorry. It's not all men. Lil. The discussion surrounding universal basic income remains rooted in ideological beliefs. We want to shift the conversation to solid ground backed by scientific facts, now available for the first time. After 3 years of study and extensive data analysis, the results are finally in. Instead of saying we'd like to know, we can now confidently say we know. Now, we would like to share this knowledge with you. Below, we have summarized the key findings to 5 key topics. For more information on the research structure, please visit the study design page. Labor. Does a basic income make people lazy? This assumption has been widely discussed but never substantiated. The basic income pilot project demonstrates the opposite is true. Crazy. Oh my God. Access to basic necessities actually makes people want to live their lives? Wow. Self-determination, strengthened independence. The results of our study show that a basic income leads to more self-determined decisions, especially for one demographic. Well-being. Money can't buy happiness. Our research shows that a basic income has significant effect on participant satisfaction and mental health. Our study shows that a basic income leads to fulfillment of material needs and active wealth creation among recipients. However, they don't just spend it on themselves. Unexpected effects. Our study confirmed many of the assumptions about universal basic income, but not all. Does it change how people think and feel? Hardly at all. Let's have a look at the unexpected effects. Electoral behavior. The study found no significant changes in participants' political attitudes. However, this doesn't rule out the possibility of an influence. It's possible that political attitudes shift over a longer period. Okay? Willingness to take risks. Many people see a basic income as a financial safety net that would allow them to take more risks. However, the pilot project did not discover any significant changes in the basic income group's assessment of their own willingness to take risks. Nevertheless, their behavior did change in one respect, which could also be interpreted as a sign of increased openness to risk-taking. They changed jobs more often. That's so good. Imagine how that would lead to just encouraging better workplaces, just full stop, right? You find that people, if you don't offer a workplace that is rooted in fulfillment and has a good culture, that people will change jobs because, you know, they're like, okay, well, I have a safety net, so fuck you. That would stop so much exploitation of people because they wouldn't be stuck in jobs without absolutely fucking nothing. Procrastination. Although a basic income offers financial security, it hardly changes individual attitudes such as procrastination. Procrastination refers to the tendency to postpone tasks to the future in order to avoid having to complete them in the present. Time preferences, i.e. the tendency to make decisions in the present or postpone them to the future, self-control remain largely stable since they are deeply rooted in the personality. Interesting. Chat, I don't think we have another option other than a universal basic income. It will exist at some point in the future. It just will. There's no option. AI will take too many jobs. The world is going to change too much. It will exist. Ruckus, that's not hoarding wealth.
House deposit. So
Basilium, 20 months. Thank you so much. Welcome on in. I would have been fucked if I didn't have, like, it's not hoarding wealth. Having an emergency fund, if you can make one, is smart. That's not hoarding wealth. If you make below, like, I don't know, if you make below 400K a year, say, right, which is an insane amount of money, right? But let's be honest, like, there are families that make that amount of money, right? It's okay to hoard a bit of that wealth and have a few months of expenses just tucked away, Are you kidding me? That's not. No. Like, I would have been very, very stuck. Imagine just coming home from a holiday that you saved up and paid for and then get told that you have to spend a couple of $1,000s to move house. That's what happened to me. You don't, I have that put away. I live relatively frugally in some ways. Ignore this, okay? Do as I say, not as I do. But you think that you have to, like, come on. Oh, look, it's the gatekeeper. Oh, look, Brie, do you want to see what I pulled? You got my messages, right? I wasn't actually gatekeeping. I didn't know I was gatekeeping. I pulled one of the ones in Japanese. How crazy is that? And I still have one packet. But like, why is it in Japanese? I don't know what a card does in Japanese. I don't fucking know. Anyway, it's okay because my serialized Moss Jasper and my Dragon Scale Land are in here. All right? Okay? It's fine. They're in here. The number at the bottom is 0403. M0403. Cracky! No, we're doing it after the news as a treat, okay? Do you know what I'm going to do with the Japanese card? Just lie about what it does. I'm going to be like, this card means I win the game. And all of my friends who know nothing about magic will just believe me. I mean, this is really scary. This is truly scary news. So, heads up. US judge rules Mahmoud Khalil can be deported for his views. Guys, that's fascism. That's literal fascism. Yeah? That is just deporting people for their views who are there legally studying. That's crazy. Where counter to foreign policy interests is sufficient evidence to remove a lawful permanent resident from the United States.
I activate the +1 ability on my Planeswalker. This allows me to add $5 to Pixels Mixel's deck.
Not the magic meme donos. That's what? Crazy. Thanks for $5. That's very kind. Yeah, America is not safe for foreigners. I won't go. It's unsafe, it's scary, and all you can do is try and speak up. But guess what? You speak up, it might send you to El Salvador. You know, this is... Oh, this is disgusting. What the fuck is this? Capitalism is evil. Who do these people think they are? From Lollapalooza to detention camps, meet the tent company making a fortune off Trump's deportation plans. The privately held company deployed resources has made billions running tent detention facilities to hold immigrants entering the US at the border. Now it's cashing in again on Trump's plan to hold immigrants before being deported. How do you live with yourself? How do you live with yourself when you're... That's crazy. You know, I was thinking about it today, chat. Remember when I debated on Hippy Dippy? And I think it was fucking Cam Higby who was like, I'm voting for Trump for the economy. I just think it'll be better for the economy. You still feeling that way? You reasonable Republican, you? Still feeling good about it? Over what term? Was it going to be good for the economy? Like, how long are we waiting? We have that problem here, Mosh Nimmer, as well, especially with the NDIS, which is our disability funding. Basically, what happens is private corporations, what they do is they provide the disability services, but they skim the funding off the top. So they'll provide the services, charge the people, and then skim the funding. And it's, again, bullshit. That's what privatization does, right? When you can profit off exploiting people, it seems to just fucking happen. I did go check on one of them today, and he's, because I do like to check on these delightful men I used to yell at, and I checked on one who I have them blocked, right? But I do like to go just have a little peep. And one of their bios was, I used to be conservative and now I don't know what I am. Well, well, well. Well, 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 well. Well, well, well. Interesting. I think self-awareness, especially if you grow up on the internet, does come a little later in life. I don't know. I think being a young boy on the internet is a bit of a tough gig sometimes. You know, there's a group of people who are fapping their way down an alt-right pipeline, and then there's people who are no-fapping their way down an alt-right pipeline. And then there's people in between who are just trying to get by but are still probably stuck on the internet. And you know, it can be very hard, and it can be very hard if you haven't had very much interaction with women to see them as human beings, when, you know, a lot of the times the way the internet presents women, there's a lot of pandering. You know, there's a significant amount of like pandering to the male gaze for profit. Just another way capitalism is fucking you.
So
well, not fucking. You know what I
5,700
mean.
of free willingly giving you money on the internet. I feel old knowing I subbed to you during
Peanuts.
the pandemic.
57 months? You get a bike. How friendly for you. I mean, true, Tiny. I guess my bias would be like, okay, maybe he's not that. What would you do if a guy gave you flowers? What do you mean? Guess it would depend on the guy, but I would always be grateful for flowers. I love presents. Reminder, it is my birthday soon. And look, I have a box to open. But I can't open it until my Poggies is here. So. You have a P.O. box? I do. Reminder to everybody, I have P.O. box. I do. You can message Tiny. Tiny will give you the address to the P.O. box. And it's actually really nice. So my dad goes to the P.O. box for me. And so it's really nice because it's an excuse to hang out with my dad. And like my dad bought me this box. It's really nice. I don't know what to tell you. It's really cool. So is it in general chat? Maybe it is. Always hear such nice stories about your dad. I'm very privileged. I have good relationships with my entire family. That is privilege. I know it's not like that for everyone. And no one's perfect. I'm certainly not perfect. But, you know, my family certainly has its quirks, but I am very lucky. I remember your dad and I had a really nice chat about parenting daughters, and I still carry what he said with me. Bega, that's so nice. What? Yeah, my dad's pretty cool. Guys, you got to remember, I lived with my dad. Yeah. Not even that long ago. I lived with my dad for the entire pandemic. Of course, I have a lot of stories, you know? And of course, chat has a lot of stories as well because like dad would come on stream a couple of times, you know? And he would answer questions about me and stuff, you know? It's cool. Imagine a good dad. I mean, this is where I think it's really difficult because I know a lot of people who didn't get a good dad. And I know a lot of people who didn't get a good mom. And I know a lot of people who have a lot of familial trauma. And I really do. And my parents were not perfect. But they did really try. And I know that I got lucky. Like, we weren't rich or anything, or do you know what I mean? But I had nice parents. Like, I can probably count on like 2 hands the amount of times my dad really yelled at me growing up. And when I look back to it, when I think back to it, it was so valid. You know what I mean? Like when I think of those times he yelled, it's so valid. But also like a hand was never laid on me except by my sisters. Violent bitches. I'm joking. I love them now. But our parents, like we didn't, there was no corporal punishment. There was nothing like that. I'm sorry, Dirty Deeds. Yeah, that's fucked. I have 2 little sisters. One came on stream the other night. You got to set boundaries sometimes, kind of hot in these rhinos. I think that happens, you know? So we did get his favorite Stargate episode. I see, Dirty Deeds. Yeah, the time loop episode. I think what I've realized is that, like, no matter what, a lot of the times there are really immature parents who don't understand why what they're doing doesn't work. And historically, like, people were parents a lot younger, and so you see a lot of young parents who just, there's a lack of maturity, you know, in how to handle kids. And, you know, people just really, they get lost. You can share whatever you want, Dirty Deeds. Do you know what I mean? I understand why people share in my chat like that, because, you know, it's talking about it without consequence. You know, I'm never going to be able to tell anybody you know about your parents. And sometimes it's just nice to share. That's not trauma dumping. Also, you do not have to make excuses for anyone that has abused you. Fox 2. You do not. Ever. You don't know anybody that. I want to make it, the reason I talk about it like that is because I do realize when I talk about my dad or my mom, I realize that privilege, you know? You know, that small amount of stability in a person's life creates opportunity. There are certain parts of your life that are a little bit easier because you have that. And I think it's important to acknowledge that. Christopher, that's such a weird question. My sisters used to get angry at me for being a loser. Like, if that makes sense. Because they didn't understand. Now they do. Vox, it's probably very hard for me to describe just how much of a depressed teenager I was. I was very meek, depressed. Yeah, I don't know what to, like, I did listen to Evanescence. Yes, Evanescence. Yeah. I have actually a full memory of being 15 and skipping a field trip to lie in my bed and listen to Hello by Evanescence for a whole day. And I remember it. And I remember exactly where I was, and I remember exactly how I felt. Your depression didn't manifest out of thin air, though. There are reasons people are depressed. I thought I was ugly, Vox. I truly thought I was ugly. I had an eating disorder. I wasn't perfect enough at ballet, so I was very self-critical. I got no attention from boys, and growing up during that time, I think, I was really jealous. I was like, well, why does no one see me? Like, am I invisible? Why does no one see me? And so, that's fucked. And like, if I just think of my teenage years, and there were some really good moments, but I understand why my sisters would have been like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Why are you so lame, No, I wasn't a My Chemical Romance girly. I really wasn't. I had no style. I had no personality outside of ballet. Truly. Truly. Until I was 19 years old, I had nothing other than ballet. I was in a couple of musicals. But I did not have a personality that wasn't ballet. No, I think it was frustration, party hardy, because you know how sometimes, generally, like as an older sister, you're the one breaking the boundaries so that the younger sisters have an easier time. Well, the reality is, because I was such a goody two shoes, that I didn't really break any of those boundaries. I was, yeah, I was difficult in my own way because I was so depressed and wouldn't get out of bed. And I think my parents would say that as well. Like one of the times my dad yelled at me was probably when I'd been in bed for a week. I'd come out of my room for food and I'd go back into my room. Like I did not have a very good time. Can't wish for a history that you don't have, Dusto. You just have to go with what you got now. I have a couple of memories like that, Vox. I do. I went to primary school with, I've told this story before, so if you've heard it before, I'm so sorry. But like in my first year of primary school, I made friends with these 3 girls. Brooke, Steph, and Elle. I still remember their names. And in the playground, we were playing. They were faster runners than me, so they'd invite me to play with them, and then they would run away. So, yeah, I get it. By the way, this isn't supposed to be like a poor me fucking shit. Where did this start again? Because it's not. I literally, I was speaking about my privilege. I'm so lucky. I truly am. I am so lucky. I have come so far, and I have had struggles as anybody has had struggles, but you know, then you motherfuckers gave me a whole bunch of money yesterday to sing horny songs. Not that I fully enjoyed it because it was embarrassing, but honestly, like, what a fucking, you know, that's crazy, you know? So, I ain't out here complaining. Dirty Deets, all of them were horny. It was every horny song on the discography. Lol, Taboola. Wonder if my Poggies is awake. My Poggies! Are you awake? Good morning! Happy Monday morning! I know it's very early, and you might not be awake yet. Can somebody just post roses? Pretend I'm singing. I'm not singing tonight. I have no voice. Roses, guys. Roses. Give me roses. Fake news roses. Oh, stop. Flowers for me? Stop. Oh my gosh. Thank you. I deserve them. I do. I deserve them so much. Good morning, my puggies. You awake? I don't know. Oh, is it audio matches? Oh, fuck. All right, fine. You can have 2 little songs. No, you can have... I don't know. We'll see what comes out. No requests, chat. I barely have a voice. I swear to God. I believe his alerts are based on matches with the Shazam API. I see. Why is Lucid sus about the roses? Nothing sus about their roses. There's just regular roses. Did I dream the whole thing? Was I just a nightmare? Different dimensions, stuck in a twilight zone. Is this a black and white scene? If so, then I'm in the gray one. Hope you win for best actor, 'cause I had you completely wrong. Does she know you're not who you say you are? 'Cause I might give her a call. Or was I just not me at all? And it's not like I wanted to open the box. It's so strange, but I really wanted to open the box. Not that I miss you, I don't. Sometimes I just can't believe you happened. It's not like I'd ever change a thing, 'cause I'm right here where I'm meant to be. Not that I call you, I won't. Sometimes I just can't believe you happened. Were we just mistaken? Disguised our intentions, and this was a masquerade. Why do I still protect you? Pretend these songs aren't about you. Hope this might be the last one, 'cause I'm not fooling anyone. Does she know you're not who you say you are? 'Cause I might give her a call. Or was I just not me at all? And it's not like I am still not over you. It's so strange, this I never do. Not that I miss you, I don't. Sometimes I just can't believe. Oh my god, Pixel farted. Or is something on fire? That's awful. No, okay, that's definitely. Girl, did something die? That is rancid. What the fuck? Girl. Okay, that's all. That's all. That's all. My voice is so tired. I can't sing tonight. I need to rest. That was my darling. She looks so comfortable. Imagine just farting in your sleep and just not thinking twice about it, you know? I have a box. It's a heavy box. In before mini PC. I do not think it is a mini PC. Why is it squishy? Oh my god! It's not bricks of cocaine, guys. I believe it's for Easter! That is so many chockies! Oh my goodness! And they're so cute. There's ladybugs in there. That's so many different kind of but why is it? I'm too scared to stab this with a knife, but I've got to stab it with a knife. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I need a knife. Pixel, these are not for you. Mapoggies, now I know why you were like, perhaps Perhaps keep that away from the dog. That makes a lot of sense. I'm scared I'm going to stab this and it's going to explode. Because I truly don't know what this could be. Pixel. Oh. It was ice. That makes sense. I will use that. You always need a good ice pack. Stop it. Stop it. Oh my goodness gracious. Is there a way I can sneak in? What if I just like sneak in the corner? Or a little jockey? You're okay, Pixel. Let me in. Oh, yes, I can. What do I want? Perhaps a little pink egg? A ladybug? Perhaps a little pink egg and a ladybug? Hold on. Let me at it. Sorry, it's not Easter yet. I know you're not supposed to eat chocolate, Easter chocolate before Easter. But I'm a rebel, okay? As a leader of the revolution, we've got to break some rules, okay? Oh my god. Perhaps a ladybug. Oh no, they're falling out the side. No, rabbits. You have to stay in. I'm in danger. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, the ladybugs are hazelnut. Oh my god, the ladybugs are hazelnut. Oh my god. The ladybugs are hazelnut. Oh, shit. It's a very cool present. Yeah, the ladybugs are hazelnut. It's very cool. I don't get a lot of chocolates for Easter. I will share them. I hope you don't mind. I will share them. Feel free to share or not. I was thinking I might make little Easter bags. I might go buy some of the little bags and I will make some Easter bags. That's so nice. Thank you so much. That's so much fucking chocolate. Now, in return, dopamine, can I present to you this bad boy? Which will be my serialized Mux Jasper and my Dragon Scale Land. Okay? Is everybody ready? Because we're only doing a short stream tonight because of who I am as a person. I'm very tired. Clean hands? I have clean hands. It's fine. All right. What do you think? There's melted chocolate? There's no melted chocolate on the hands. Relax. Scotland, LFC, a Scottish castle. All right. Hey. I'm ready for my close-up. This is my last packet, so... I'm not doing very well. Okay. Okay, it's the last packet for this set, all right, guys? Then the gambling is over. Bam. What do we get? A spirit token. Now, the good stuff is behind the token, so we go. All right. Are we ready? Ringing Strike Mastery. Cool. Shiny. Bearer of Glory. Me when I stream on a Monday. You're welcome. Delta Bloodflies. Ooh. Okay, cool, but ew. I don't want blood flies. Wild Ride. Also my content. Bewildering Blizzard. Ooh, that's pretty though. Hundred Battle Veteran. A zombie. I think I did, Vox. That's probably why I was like, oh, pretty, because I've seen it before. Ooh, Dragon Brood's Relic. I don't think I've seen that before. Tap an untapped creature you control. Add 1 mana of any color. Ooh, I do like... Ooh. Sonic Shrieker. I have this. Ooh. Boulderborn Dragon. Do I have that one? I'll have to check. Pixel. Shush. No Dragon Eye. It's still very pretty. It's still very pretty. Look, it's like the desert I went to. Look at that. All right. We're hitting the good stuff. Yathan Road Watcher. Not sure. Protector of the Wastes. I'm trying not to. Ooh. Glacier Woods Siege. Full art though, pretty. Two left. New Wave Forward. I haven't seen that before. Still only a rare though. The next time a source of your choice would deal damage to you this turn, prevent that damage. When damage is prevented this way, New Wave Forward deals that much damage to the source's controller and you draw that many cards. Cool. Last one. Narset. Still a rare. Ow. Still very pretty. And this is foil. Yeah, that one's an instant. I'll scan. We can find out together. Well. Okay. No dragon scale land for me, but that's fine. It's fine. I didn't need it anyway. You know? No, these are collector boosters, so that's why it's why they're shiny. Oh my god. These were all worth nothing. That's the worst pack. And I saved it till last. How disappointing. Oh well. How? I don't even have to sleeve anything. Nothing over $1. Chat, that is the way. Sometimes may be good. Sometimes maybe shit. I still won. I have long-term won. Truly. So, I ain't out here complaining. No. What do you mean, Chris? Is it on stream? I know I provide stability. Chat, this is not going to sound cool, but I am going to end and eat tuna and rice watching Alone Australia. Yeah, I know. I've got to, I have to end early. Guys, I have barely any voice. Did you hear my singing? I need silent time so that I can heal it. Yeah, I'm watching the new Alone Oz. I'm enjoying it. Can you send international mail to your PO box? You absolutely can. Did I have to give out my address, Tiny? Maybe I did. To ask Tiny. Tiny would know because Tiny sent international stuff before. Oh, yeah, Chris. No, I know that. I wouldn't say it's like family, but there's certainly, like, you know, there's a parasocial element to the whole way the internet works. No, you didn't. I sent it to your PO box. Yeah. No, most stuff should go through to my PO box. Ah, you got things delivered to you first. Well, this was not. Oh, because they wouldn't send direct international PO box. Okay. Ah, I see. I know when I sent out boxes internationally to people, I had to get a bunch of information to be able to send stuff from Australia. I do know that. I know you can buy stuff off the internet and occasionally still send it to a PO box, depending on what it is. Chat, do you think the universe making the last pack disappointing is a bit of a scam and kind of like, do you know what I mean? Feels a little scammy to me. Just feels like the universe was like, yeah, but like, how did the pack know to leave me wanting more? You know? I was manifesting so hard. And you sound like a gambler. I grew up playing poker. Of course I'm a gambler, but I don't really gamble anymore. But hey, I do like playing cards with my friends, and if a little loot box mechanic never hurt anyone. Speaking of scam, the roses worked? Ha! See, in my head, I thought it was the roses. Big week this week, chat. I'm streaming tomorrow night, then I'm not here Wednesday. Okay? But then I am here Thursday, but then we have a big stream on Friday, and then we'll see what happens on Saturday and Sunday. It was just a big day yesterday, so yeah, I just need to go sit in silence. But I'm gonna have tuna and rice and watch my Alone Australia, which is quite interesting this season so far. Like the contestants are actually doing stuff. So, you know, I'm just learning how to survive in a way that's definitely going to help me out come the apocalypse, clearly, you know. No, thank you guys for hanging out. You totally could, Tiny. I don't mind it this season. I'll let you know how tonight's episode is, and then yeah, it was boring last season. It is season 3, yeah. All right, chat, be good to yourselves. Drink some water. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.